when it comes to disclosure, I've heard a lot of, some of my clients have said, I think he's hiding money, or he's stopped working so that he doesn't have to pay me as much, so that it'll reduce the amount of support he has to pay. Did you, through the work that you've been doing, teaching people about self-representing, have you come across that, and how do you recommend people deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, two issues. So the issue of disclosure is a really big one. And, there's a really famous quote that says that non-disclosure is the cancer of family litigation and matrimonial law. Non-disclosure is unfortunately a huge issue. And parties, when they separate, do start to hide information, hide income, hide assets, or try to move them off of, the radar. And as a self-represented litigant, you just have to really be vigilant and think about what assets did we have? What information do I have? And in my case, I had two single statements and nothing else. And so that started to raise questions for me, like, where are the other ones? How come I only have two of these and not, the consistent following statements for that? So that was what sort of tipped me off and made me realize I've got to look into this a little bit more. So where there's inconsistencies and things are missing, or there's gaps, that's typically a flag that something's not right, or that you need to look into it a little bit further. Maybe it was an oversight and they just missed that one, but it's up to you to kind of police that and to stay on top of that. And again, I'm not a lawyer, so nothing I say is legal advice, but when it comes to income and kind of minimizing income, there will be a track record and a history. So if someone was working in a job and making the same amount of income year over year, and was slowly increasing with annual raises, and then all of a sudden it drops off, you have to start to question what was the result for the drop off. Were they underworking? And I've read cases where if you can show that the party could be and should be employed at the same level because there's job opportunities, like job listings that show that they have these qualifications and these skills and it pays this much, and you can put that before the court will often impute income, which they'll say, well, you're capable of making this much income, but you're not, so we're going to impute it, and we're going to calculate child and spousal support based on that imputed income. And that often happens, and parties will also try and impute income to the other party by saying that they've been underworking or not working to their full potential. But again, the court has to be convinced that that's actually true and that there's an evidentiary basis to support that.
Mm-hmm.